Hi guys, Diamond Dave Cantor here with another educational video for you. So today we're going to talk about clarity. So when you look at a diamond, you want to judge the clarity of the diamond. So clarity is how easy or how hard are the inclusions, imperfections, markings, whatever you want to call them. So the layman's terms is flaws. But when I was working for one of my dad's stores, one of the very first sales jobs, met one of the older salespeople, and I said, "Oh, look at the flaws in that diamond." He said, "How dare you call them flaws? God put them there." And they are. They're naturally occurring. So they can be black, they can be white, they can look like somebody took a Sharpie, it can look like a ding in a windshield, they can be clouds, pinpoints. So there's all different kinds. So how it goes is flawless, internally flawless, which is insanely rare. You just don't see that anymore. VVS1, VVS2, that's what you hear rappers talk about all the time, as all the diamonds are VVS. VS1, VS2, SI1, SI2, SI3, I1, I2, I3. So at the very bottom, I3, you would look at that diamond and go, well, Dave, what's inside that? I can see black, I can see white, I can see stuff in that. And a lot of the diamonds at the mall are I2, I1. Sometimes you see things advertised on TV that are very inexpensive. Those are I3. So, I'm not judging, but normally people want a diamond to sparkle. So normally when you get up into SI2, generally those are very clear to the naked eye. Sometimes you can see inclusions naked eye. Most people cannot see inclusions in an SI1, which stands for slightly included. So I should probably explain that. FLIF is internally flawless, flawless. VVS1, very, very slightly included. VVS2, very, very slightly included too. So, and as it goes down, VS stands for very slightly, SI stands for slightly included, I stands for imperfect. So a lot of people think that 1, 2, 3 means there's 2 inclusions, 1 inclusion, but that's not correct. So clarity is based on the number of inclusions, the location of inclusions, and the type of inclusion. So sometimes, let's say you had a black included crystal. If it was smack dab in the middle of the diamond, it's going to be probably an SI. But if it was way off to the side and you couldn't see it, it might move it up to VS. So all those factors come into play. So normally speaking, when we're working with a client, especially remote clients, we have clients all over the world, they're resting on our eyes, Christine's eyes, John's eyes, Tomas's eyes, and they're trusting us to decide what it is. And so normally I'm just looking for an eye clean diamond and above. When you get into an emerald cut, when you look into an emerald cut, you can see right into it. So normally we want to be VS1 and above in an emerald cut, but in all other shapes, you don't have to be that high clarity. It really depends on what you want. So I brought out a diamond today that I brought in for somebody. This happens to be an SI3, so we probably won't be able to see it on the phone. We'll try and have Christine show you. It's an SI3, which is not super high on the clarity scale, but it does have some black included crystals. If you really look close, you might be able to see it. But I love diamonds like this because it really brings the price down, but it's still super clear because it's hearts and arrows cut. We won't talk about cut today. So what you want to do, you want to make sure you've got a good light with you, okay? So if you're in a jewelry store, they have sparkly jewelry store lights. I know this, I grew up in the jewelry business. We don't have sparkly jewelry store lights in our offices because it kind of distorts things. So you want a really good light. Doesn't have to be specific diamond light. We got this on Amazon, but a good light like this. And what you want to do is you want to take the diamond and you want a 10 power magnification. Okay, so Christine's going to zoom in on this. So see how clear that diamond is, just naked eye? Incredibly clear. Is that gorgeous?
Yes.
Yeah. But what you want to do is have it picked up. And then what we do to grade diamonds, if I'm talking to somebody in Israel, India, Belgium, New York, we're all using a 10 power magnification to get that clarity grade. Now, sometimes in movies, you see a scope. You go into a jewelry store, you might see a scope, but that's not for grading diamonds. That's for learning the nature of the inclusion. Because if you had everything under 40 power, everything would be I1. So what you do, a lot of people have a hard time with this. They're kind of always doing this. You want to hold this right next to your eye. I wear glasses, so I have it real close to my glasses. And so see how close I've got it? So I'm holding this right up next to my glasses, and then see how close I've got the diamond. This will give you a good look at the diamond, and see I'm kind of rocking it back and forth. But then what you want to do, now you guys are going to see how bald I am. I'm going to go down like this. You want to really get under the light. So they're graded face up, meaning how it would be in a ring, okay? But what you want to do is you want to look at it here, and then they're much easier to see from the backside. So see how I'm kind of looking? And so what you're trying to look for is, do they really stand out? Like this one has one black included crystal that's at about 9 o'clock on the diamond. Again, I don't think you'd be able to see that through the video, but that's the easiest thing to do. So you just want to look for the clarity of the diamond. The first thing is, how does it look naked eye? If you can see a big black mark or a white mark, I'd kind of pass on that diamond unless you want something very value oriented. This is a gorgeous diamond. You want to bring it right next to your eye with the loupe and really get a good look at it. And that's how you judge clarity.